Stop being so cheap. Be frugal. Frugality. A word that is tossed around in the investing, personal finance, money YouTube space, and a word that I think needs to be revisited because I think a lot of people have a poor misconception of what this word means. Hey folks, my name is Alex and I make videos about personal finance, investing, and philosophy. I find that there is a connection between the ideas and philosophy and the mindset that's involved in personal finance, saving money, and investing. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the idea and concept of frugality and how I think a lot of YouTubers and even just people in general have somewhat of a misconception of what frugality is. And I want to talk a little bit about a definition of frugality that you should think about. But before we get in, please like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Now, let's talk about what's the definition of frugality. So our good old friend Google over here says that frugality is a noun, the quality of being economical with money or food. Thriftiness. Well, I guess Google said it, so it must be true, because Google owns the truth. The problem that I have with many people's conception of frugality is that it's easily interchanged with the word cheap. It's the idea of trying to spend as little money as possible, regardless of the quality of the item that you're buying or the service that you're buying. You just want to spend the least amount of money possible in an absolute sense. Now, being cheap can be very useful. You want to save as much money as possible, but there is another aspect to the equation, which is quality. And being frugal is about maximizing the quality of whatever service or thing that you buy, but the maximization of the quality versus cost. You want to get the most bang for your buck. So maybe we think somebody might be buying something that's very expensive in an absolute value dollars type of way. This looks like a good decision. Yeah, this seems like a good decision. But really, they're actually quite frugal. They're getting the best quality item for the money, and as a result, it ends up lasting them a long time. But when I think about frugality, there is another aspect, and this actually relates to Benjamin Franklin. A long time ago, I read Benjamin Franklin's autobiographical portrait, which is not an autobiography, as in somebody, someone who wrote their own story or life, but rather this is an autobiographical portrait. This is a combination of things that Benjamin Franklin has written about himself that has been put into one big book. Benjamin Franklin wrote that, with regard to frugality, make no expense but to do good to others or yourself, i.e., waste nothing. So there is an element of wastefulness that also goes into the definition of frugality. You do not want to waste things. You may be cheap and buy the least expensive thing possible, but there's a chance that you're not being frugal because you actually don't take full advantage of it, or you end up wasting it. You can buy the least quality produce possible, the simplest vegetables and fruits out there. But if they go bad and then you end up throwing them away, it doesn't matter how expensive they were, you wasted money. However, you may buy something and it's kind of expensive, but you use every bit of it. You get the maximum value, the maximum utility out of that object. So one example of frugality that I want to share with you is this Bose noise canceling headset. I bought this headset back in 2016, and I initially got it for my father because he was in the hospital and there was just a lot of noise. He was staying there overnight. What's the matter with you people? There's a hospital here, for crying out loud. How's anyone supposed to get any sleep? Oh. He needed to get sleep, so I spent $350 on these, which is very expensive. But not only did it help my father sleep and get better quality sleep, but, I got these afterwards, and they've been fantastic on plane rides. They've been great when I'm just talking to people on the phone. This has a microphone in it. And so I have used this tremendously. I've gotten tremendous value out of it. And yeah, $350 is a lot, but I maximized the utility of it, and I've minimized the waste. The inside of this headset is actually kind of going bad, but I still use it. And actually the electronics inside of it, it kind of turns off, turns on, and it's got a few issues. But I still use it, and I'm getting tremendous utility out of this one-time purchase I made many years ago. So when I think about frugality, I think about maximizing the quality and the value of that thing or service versus cost, but also to minimize wastefulness, and that you're able to get the maximum utility out of whatever thing you end up buying. So that's it, folks. Fairly short video about frugality. Frugality is not the same thing as being cheap. Being cheap is about minimizing the cost at all expenses. Just what is the absolute cheapest, lowest cost thing I can get. But frugality is about maximizing the quality and usefulness of any particular thing per unit cost and minimizing wastefulness. That's it, folks. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I make a video every Monday at 6 p.m. and I'll see you soon.